Hi everybody, welcome to In the Kitchen on Food Louisiana. On today's episode, we're going to take a little trip to Italy, making a risotto today with Crimini mushrooms and mascarpone cheese. First thing we're going to do is we got to get our mushrooms ready. I have some dried Crimini mushrooms here. First we're going to combine 2 cups of boiling water and the mushrooms. We'll let those sit for 30 minutes until they're soft. After that, we'll drain them through a colander over a pot, and then we'll reserve that liquid to use later. In the meantime, we can chop the mushrooms. I have about 14 ounces of beef broth that we're going to use. We're going to combine that with the soaking liquid and then heat it up on the stove. Bring the soaking liquid and the broth to a simmer in a small saucepan, but don't let it boil. Just be sure you keep it warm. These are some shallots that I have here. And we're going to cut those down. You're going to chop it up till you have about, I don't know, let's call it 3/4 of a cup. All right, next up, we're going to mince a couple cloves of garlic. Give it a good smash. Paper usually comes right off. Big ol' honking cloves of garlic. I like them like that. And we're just going to mince that. We're going to take that and put it with our shallots. So now we're going to take a medium saucepan and heat it up on medium-high heat. I'm going to throw a couple tablespoons of butter in there, or you can use cooking spray if you want to make it a little healthier, but personally I like the taste of butter. Okay, next it's time to add our rice and our shallots and our wine to the pan. Add the rice, the shallots, and the garlic and saute it for about 5 minutes. We're going to add our rice. This is 1 cup of Italian arborio rice, or Italian style rice. It's a short grain rice with a whole lot of starch that's going to release in our broth later and give us a really creamy and wonderful texture to our risotto. Now we're going to add 1 cup of the broth mixture to the rice and cook that over medium heat until the liquid is nearly absorbed. Just make sure you keep stirring it constantly. Okay, so from this point forward, we're just going to keep adding broth. Every time it dries up, we're going to add another cup of broth until all the broth is gone. Now we're going to add our mushrooms that we had from earlier. Get those in there. Give that a good stir. Distribute that all throughout. And then my other favorite part of this, our wonderful Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. And I make sure all of that gets in there. What you want to do is give that a stir until it's all incorporated and give that cheese a chance to melt. You want to season it up. I have some sea salt here. And just kind of eyeball it to taste. For something like this, I like a goodly bit of salt. Come back and hit it with some cracked black pepper. And with starch dishes like this, I like to season generously because you kind of have all that rice to flavor up. I have some chopped fresh thyme here. Nothing like fresh herbs in a risotto. All those essential oils get released and flavor the whole dish. Adds a nice woodsy green color. And the smell coming out of this pot right now is incredible. Okay, and there it is. This is our wild dried Crimini mushroom risotto, and I've topped it as a final little finishing touch with a scoop of fresh mascarpone cheese. That's really going to take this into the next level. So, buon appetito. Hope you enjoy it.